Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're going to be watching this video from. My name is Emenike Irebu, the presenter of this program, Focal Point. And today we are on our series of The Review. The Review is where we assess the government of Governor Alex Otti for the past 9 months or thereabout. We want to look at what he has achieved, the way forward, and what Abians and Nigerians should be expecting from this government. We have discussed with so many other people, and today we are with one of the heads in this particular government, where with the special advisor to the governor on trade, commerce, and industry, the person of Chief Inem Nwaka, popularly known as Enyioha. Chief Enyioha.
Thank you very much, General Enembo, and you are welcome to my little office.
Chief, thank you so much. Chief, this government has been on for 9 months thereabout, and a lot has been happening.
Yeah.
So in this our interaction, we'll be looking at from your own angle, from your own purview, what really has been happening. For some months now, you've been appointed as assistant to the governor. What's been happening in your office? How has it been all this while?
Well, thank you very much for coming to this office. As far as this office is concerned, like you said, we are playing advisory role, not only on trade, commerce and industry, but on general overview of what government is all about, which is making the people happy and which is making life easier. Not only business life, social life and general life, and to that large extent we've played that role effectively, most times reminding the government of what we promise. It's not easy for someone to live where he is to a new area. At a time, the people of Abia State got used to the misgovernment that occurred in the past 24 years, that even if you tell them that there can be a better government, they won't even believe you. So the more they got used to that negative life, the more it was for any incoming government, no matter how well intentioned you might be, to convince them that it is even possible to do things right. It got to the extent that they believe that it's not possible that what you are seeing there can be done in this our life. It got so bad that people see governance from the level of a group of people that have mastered the art of deceiving people, deceiving majority, that what they say is not what they mean. So that made it life difficult. So for we to have succeeded to convince these people, no, this is not the way life should be. This is not what is called governance. So to Abians, it's still like a dream to them. It's like a magic that is possible that someone will say, I will do road, he will do road. Someone will say, I will revamp the health sector. You will see practical steps towards that. Someone will say, I will look at the schools that are not functioning. You see every step towards that. In fact, some other Abians are thinking that, are we in a dreamland? But I'm telling them they're not in a dreamland. This is reality. It's just that we've been unfortunate to have dealt with people that never, for them, that mastered the art of lying to themselves. Okay. Because they were lying to themselves.
Chief, you're almost diving into my second question. My second question is this. This government has been on for the past about 9 months now. From the inside, and how can you assess the successes or the failures of this government for this period of time? Do you think Abians are really proud of what they are having or what they are enjoying at the moment?
Well, when I say Abians, I include myself because I'm on both sides. If I tell you I'm not proud of His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti, OFR, then I will be lying to myself, and I'm being ungrateful to God who makes things possible. Why I say so is that I'm part of the people that were involved in the early politics of the new civilian administration. Being part of the foundation politics of 1999, we felt that we started wrongly, that there must be a change if we must progress and move along with others. It was this man that wrote this book, This Is Our Chance, that said the world outside is moving, we must move with it. This is our chance. I think that was how that book was ended. I remember playing a role in those days with it. We felt that going by the way we started the new civilian administration, we cannot move along with the world outside that was moving. So we're a group of people that said, no, we need a leadership that have different orientation, have different school of thought, and approaches public administration on public property with different approach. You see, we had in the past 24 years, we had government that were ruling the people like conquered people, that were treating the government finances like their personal empire. We were having all sorts of negative privatization of Abia State, that the main focus of being in government were lost. When they do one small thing like repairing one road, they want the whole community, the whole world to come and greet them like they did a favor, forgetting that most of those things were the primary aim of being in government. Doing a road like Dr. Alex is doing left and right, providing electricity, doing this thing, you are not doing the people a favor. You are doing exactly the job you applied for, which is being in government. So having said that, and you see a governor that is seriously not only attempting but putting in practice what governance should all about, we might not be there. We are not yet. If it was my old school principal, Mr. Machuku of Blessed Mary, say you don't say hoorah until you are out of the wood. We are not yet out of the wood. We are in the tunnel, but we are seeing the light. We'll get there.
Okay, let's come back to where I think is also your purview. The governor during his campaigns had promised that most of these moribund industries and factories in Abia State, that his government will see how to do some turnaround and bring them to life. Can you give us an insight of the progress of this promise?
Well, it's not. It's no longer a promise because we have already working on it. His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti has already set up a committee to review. In fact, I led a group that I'm part of that committee, and we've taken census of all the industries, and we are studying them one by one. Most of those moribund industries, some are in a state of suspended animation. They call it, what's the scientific word for it? Where something is in a state of hibernation, and some of them, no matter what you do, cannot come back to life. Some of them, you need to just do one thing or the other to come back to life. So we are trying to analyze these industries with their specific problems. Some of them are have 80% of those industries are family-based founding. And when a single family man finds an industry or sets up a business in this part of the world, we've had the problem of family succession. The original man that founded that business immediately is gone. Most families are not able to pass on the baton in such a way like most successful family business abroad. You can name most of these brand names are family names. But we've not been able to perfect that in this part of the world. Some, due to the person that took over from the founder, not able to understand and carry the spirit by which the founder, they have problems, succession problem, some managerial problem, some economic problem due to wrong government policies. We are trying to identify all those ones and deal with these industries one-on-one. If at the end of the day, those that are salvageable, definitely I assure you, Dr. Alex Otti will do everything to make sure they come back to life. Not only to come back to life to operate. Of course, you know some of them are employing thousands of people. Apart from the people they will employ, the economy will start booming. And when the economy is booming, it reduces the number of miscreants or youth that will be available for these people that engage in all forms of criminal activities, including kidnapping, armed robbery, and all those things. So that is the most important thing that is driving us to say these industries have to come up. Those that are having issues, family squabble, we'll try as much as possible to settle them. In essence, that program to get all of them back. Those of them that are still, the structures are there, maybe the technology they are employing are obsolete, we'll help them to reach out the outside world and employ the right technology. And some of them, their brand names are still good there. So we are committed to that promise because the benefits are very, very numerous, and we are not going to shake on that promise. When we say Moriband, well, we didn't, before you go and misquote and tomorrow you start counting the ones that didn't come back. We said there are some of them that are completely dead no matter what you do. In mathematically they say there are two parallel lines can never meet no matter how long you produce it. Some of them that are in that state, there is nothing we can do. But a sizable number of them are issues that we have identified. We are working out on it, and as soon as we work out, they will be coming back to life one after the other. Before you know it, of course, as long as we are talking about the moribund one, we are talking about new ones.
That's where I'm even going to also.
So our emphasis are not on the weak and dead ones.
Yes.
We are emphasis are even the brand new.
Those are one of the promises God made. The governor also made. The governor also assured Abians that through his office or in that position, he's going to see how to attract so many industries to come to Abia. Do we have any industry now at the moment, brand new, that have come to Abia through this, your government?
Well, if I open this computer, you see a lot of brand new prospective industries that we are processing. One, some of them need land. We have lands to give. Of course, you now know of the Abia Industrial Incubation Park. Those are just processes. If I tell you the number of industries that are in the process of coming in full life at different capacities, different sectors, they are numerous. And also, you can see the government of Alex Otti have raised so much hope and confidence to the outside investors that the traffic of investors is, I can tell you, is very high. We are being careful to differentiate the serious and unserious investors. In as much as we need those investors, we don't need investors that will come and scam us. My grandmother used to say that it is not good for you to go to the stream to get cleaner and come out more dusty. There are some of these investors that will put up some of these beautiful proposals, and part of government support, maybe you process your phone. After that, they will now turn it to one thing or the other. So when you tell her your investment and you are talking to people that have been in the investment world, there are things you tell me, I will know whether it is possible or practicable. So we analyze it. Then, even if you convince me theoretically that it is practicable, we have a way to make sure that the money and the fund you are proposing to deploy to that investment is there before some of those incentives and support mechanism we are putting to encourage them will be handed over to you, and not for you to come and collect it. At the end of it will be that the money you are planning. There are some people that will come and tell us, give us CFO so that our investors will know. I said no. Let's see if someone really believes in a particular industry or investment, he will invest. He will take the chance. And we are assuring you, as far as Abia State government is concerned, if you have confidence in us, we will never betray that confidence, and will help you to make sure your dream and your investment in Abia State will not be in vain. Even if you are building on paperwork investment, we'll tell you this one will not work here. So it's not something we are just doing taken by chance.
Okay, that is to say, Abians should be rest assured that Abia State will be witnessing influx of so many industries in no long time from now.
Yes, before the end of the first 4 years, we'll have a sizable percentage of the closed down industry coming back to that, and we'll have a quantum of new ones. Okay. Both at the AIP Park and at different local governments.
Okay, let's move from there. Recently, there was a memo from your office as regards street trading in Aba. What exactly drove that? Why did you have to put that memo? Because some of these people are already there for a long time. They are doing businesses, they are earning, they are living.
You see,
bring us into the idea.
The street trading, one all over the world, is a menace. But there are so many forms who can do it. And the civilized world, even in the local parlance, if you look at Nkwevu, there are some days you pass through there, the whole street. So we've recognized that day as a market day. Anything outside that day, people don't trade on the street. If you go to London, if you go to Valencia, there are some streets that they dedicate for street trading on a particular day. We are saying that people should live a more disciplined and organized life. And above all, you know what is now causing for the road to be repaired so that traffic will flow. Not only for that traffic will flow, so that if there is any emergency within that area, the ambulances can drive through. Those roads were not built for street trading. So having said that, you know that it is not right for people to leave their shops to occupy the street as their shop. Now, you will say if there is people will say that if you don't see where to lay your hand, you hold your knee. No. We have the market, though some of them are badly structured, with lack of basic conveniences and all those things. But there are some modern shops. What we are saying, find yourself into one of those shops. Leave the street. Let the street be for cars, be for emergency movement, and not as a trading shop. And that is why we say leave. And we give reasonable time. You must not trade according to road made for. Some of these houses, they have turned, 80% of those houses in Aba and some extent in Omoya were built as residential buildings. But development have turned them to market. But trade within the confines of the compound and not on the street.
Okay, Enyioha, we are still on our discussion, and I'm still around the purview of the last administration. It's as if they built so many. There were so many privately built shopping malls, shopping center, and most of these places are empty.
That is why we said that the people in the street, if they say we can't find where to shop, there are shops. If we are saying that government can come in and moderate the rents at that place, it's a different ball game. Must you own the shop? People can but street definitely is not the answer. And if the government, we are not only that, some of those shops, we are going to inspect most of them. Those that are not well built, that are not, doesn't have the convenience that makes people prefer to go to the street, you'll be made to upgrade the facilities. That is why we have the new authority gather. Most of these places have to be checked. We check the integrity. We don't want a place where people will move in to do business and you hear collapse, you hear fire, and even if there is fire, the means which the emergency services can come in are hampered. Those are the things we want to standardize the way things are done. We don't want to grow on one side. It was in those days they said Biafra will be winning over Enyioha will be falling and Okigwe will be dancing. You see, we want to move all together. One, the people's approach on handling public activities must change. Then the governance must be sincere to the people. What we are saying to the people are what is practicable. When we apply, you see, we don't want a situation whereby we deal with the people like conquer people. A situation where a government will just come up and seal a particular premises as a punitive measure, not as a corrective measure. If we come into this building and it's not fit for human, we'll give you time to fix it. It is where you are becoming unnecessarily obstinate, and we now show you that we are a government that have power.
Okay. We're still on our program Focal Point, and we're in our series of the review. This series, as I earlier said, is meant to review the activities and the progress of the present government of Abia State, led by Governor Alex Otti, OFR, and I'm still with Chief Inem Nwaka, popularly known. It's not popularly, that is his title, Enyioha. Enyioha, one of the promises the governor talked about during his campaign is what he called ease of doing business. So let's discuss that. How easy it is for a company to come to Abia and want to invest. Is the process easy or is it very tedious? Those are one of the considerations of businesses or industries.
Well, we say, in fact, may her soul rest in peace, to tell you that we meant it. You know, when you mean a promise and you dedicate an office today, Dr. Lilian Enyioha, that was just buried there, was a special assistant, senior special assistant on ease of doing business. So if we don't mean it, we will not create an office to that. So though she just passed on, I'm sure having created that office will definitely make sense of that office. That is just to tell you that we mean business when we say we'll be investors. Life comfortable for them to do business. Ease of doing business includes all those registration, all those processes. Will intervene and make sure that all those unnecessary hiccups, acquiring land, of those things. Of course, you can see the Commissioner for Lands declaring and doing promo of people's ability to have their CFO in 30 days. Those are the part of little ingredients to show you that we mean business when we say doing business in Abia State will be as easy as in any other place.
Okay, let's go political. Political is one of the areas where you have a lot of strength in your. Recently, the governor flagged off the road project that started from Umuahia, get to Zuakoli, get to Akara, get to Abriba, and to Wahafia. That project is one of the projects that people have talked about so much. Being one of the strong stakeholders from Abia North, and that project seems to cut across very large number of communities and local governments in Abia North. What is your take on that project?
That was a political masterpiece for Dr. Alex Otti to do that road in the first 1 year in his office. And to tell you how serious that road is, whether you like it or not, over 50% of the trading population of Aba, and Abia State, over 50% or 60% comes from that area, and they go home every weekend, most weekends, and come back to Aba to do business. So anything you do along that axis, you are consolidating your hold on the Aba population, voting population. And the traffic, if you want to know the importance of that road during Christmas period, check the traffic on that road. People going to Uzuakoli, Omoya, Itemi, Bere, Ohafia, Abreba, Mpuru, and all those things. The traffic on that road is a very important road for the state. So any government that don't take that road serious does not want to rule by popular political vote. You just want to manipulate and steal votes. But if you real natural vote, if you do that road, you are almost there. Apart from the economic benefits, and you know Ubweke is almost the food basket of Abia State. There are so many agricultural settlements along that road. So that road is very, very important, economically, socially, and politically, for His Excellency. And it's the longest stretch contract.
It's about 67 kilometers.
67 point something
kilometers.
And to tell you the significance of that road to this government, that was why the contract was given to 3 reputable contractors: Krembo, Ferresta, and CCECC. So you can see how not only economically, socially, agriculturally, and politically, that road is very, very relevant to this very government and to the people of Abia State, and the people are happy for it. And the contractors have even given the commitment that it will be ready within 12 months, despite the fact that the contract is for 18 months. So we should be able to thank and...
politically, there are opinions that it seems as if the governor is consolidating on his core voting areas where he has consistently gotten votes from over the years. Is it purely a political rule? Just to make his people happy?
It's not a political rule. I've told you the road has a lot of economic benefits. It's not political. In any case, do you make your enemies happy if you win an election? Let's face the truth. It is the people that support you that should be happy. You don't make your enemies happy. Otherwise, if you become governor tomorrow, those that have not been voting for you, go and do their roads and build their skyscrapers. So whatever you call it, that road deserves to be done. And the people passing in deserve to enjoy good road. And Dr. Alex Otti, that decided to make it a priority in his first term, in his first 1 year, did the right thing, and he should be commended, and God will bless him for that.
So, Enyioha, we are in the rounding up of this our interaction this hour. What, from the trade, commerce, and industry angle, what again should Abians be expecting?
We should be expecting a more serene commercial atmosphere. Yes, we've been seeing people saying aberes and all those things. Aburos. We want to pursue our business in a more refined manner. We want to bring to bear our exposure. If you may remember, I still remain an international businessman. If we go out there, what we see there, we try it as much as possible for it to come to bear in the way we do business here. We will not allow Abia to continue to do business in the most primitive manner, but to involve the modern technology, both in our revenue collection, in our way of attending to people, and in our way of the commercial atmosphere of Abia State will change by the time we finish the first 4 years. And if Abians are happy, I know they are happy, and they give us more time to consolidate. By the time Alex Otti will finish his constitutional term in Abia State, Abia will be a different place. And will make it very, very difficult for whosoever. You see, there's a kind of standard you set that whosoever that is taking over for you will have no other option rather than to prove at least maintain that level. And that is the level we are taking Abia to.
Thank you very much, Chief. Thank you, our viewers. All you need to do is to subscribe on all our social media handles. If you go to our YouTube, AF Television, you go to our Facebook, All Facts Newspaper, our Twitter and our Instagram still remains All Facts Newspaper. All our contents are there. You're going to have a wonderful time. Drop your comments and let's keep interacting. Thank you.